Ever feel like life is moving fast, but you're not sure if you're growing in the right direction? That's where a self-audit comes in. Every 6 months, taking time to check in on your goals, mindset, habits, and values can give you the clarity and course correction you didn't know you needed. In this video, we're breaking down how to do a simple but powerful self-audit that helps you realign, refocus, and move forward with purpose. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more tools that help you grow with clarity, self-awareness, and intention. Let's check in and level up, starting right now. 1. Set the intention and environment for the audit. Before starting, clarify why you're conducting this self-audit. Are you seeking clarity, growth, or correction? Set aside at least 1 to 2 uninterrupted hours in a quiet space with no distractions. Use a journal, digital doc, or audit template to record your thoughts. Turn this into a sacred routine, not a rushed task. Approach it with curiosity, not judgment. The goal isn't perfection, but awareness. Let this be a check-in with your future self, not a punishment for the past. Bring your calendar, journal entries, and goal trackers to help you review honestly. 2. Evaluate personal values and life alignment. Start your audit by reassessing your core values. Ask what matters most to me right now. Are those values reflected in how you spend your time, money, and energy? List your top 5 current values and then compare them with how you've lived over the past 6 months. If one of your values is family, but you prioritize work nonstop, note that misalignment. When your actions don't match your values, frustration and burnout follow. This exercise isn't to shame you. It's to show you where realignment is needed. Our values shift over time, so this check-in helps ensure your goals stay anchored in what truly matters. 3. Review wins, growth, and major events. Before diving into what didn't go well, honor what did. List your top achievements, lessons, and changes from the past 6 months, no matter how big or small. Maybe you finished a course, overcame a fear, improved a relationship, or just stayed consistent with a new habit. Include things you're proud of emotionally and mentally, not just tangibles. These wins become evidence of progress when imposter syndrome creeps in. Also take stock of unexpected events, both good and difficult, and how you responded to them. Celebrate how you handled adversity or discomfort. Growth often happens in ways we don't notice unless we look closely. 4. Audit your time and energy investments. Next, examine where your time and energy actually went. Review your calendar, habits, and routines. Break this down by category: work, relationships, health, learning, rest, and fun. Ask, what drained me? What fueled me? You might find you're spending too much time reacting instead of intentionally creating. Or you're devoting energy to people or tasks that don't match your priorities. This audit reveals hidden energy leaks like endless scrolling, overcommitting, or unclear boundaries. On the flip side, you may find activities that consistently recharge you but have been neglected. Make note of these insights and ask, what would I like more or less of in the next 6 months? Real productivity isn't about doing more. It's about directing energy where it matters most. 5. Check on your physical and mental health. Your body and mind are your foundation. Everything else rests on them. In this part of the audit, assess your physical health. Are you sleeping well? Eating nourishing foods? Moving regularly? Next, reflect on mental health. How often do you feel anxious, grounded, joyful, or overwhelmed? Are you managing stress or just numbing it? Journaling about how your body and emotions have felt over the last 6 months can reveal powerful patterns. If something feels off, identify what's missing: rest, therapy, nature, connection. Even subtle signs of burnout deserve attention. You don't need perfection, just honesty. 6. Evaluate finances and resource use. Money is often a reflection of our values, fears, and habits. Start this section by reviewing where your money went over the past 6 months. Were you spending in alignment with your goals or emotionally reacting? Look at income, debt, savings, and investment progress. Be honest, not harsh. Next, ask, what financial habits helped me? Which ones hurt me? This isn't about guilt. It's about clarity. You may discover impulse spending patterns or neglected savings goals. Consider also how you've used other resources like time, relationships, and knowledge. Are you investing them intentionally or letting them drift? Once you see your blind spots, you can correct course with small shifts. 7. Reassess goals and progress. Goals evolve. Sometimes we outgrow them. In this section, look at the goals you set 6 months ago. Are they still relevant? Or have your priorities shifted? Break them into categories: career, health, learning, creativity, relationships. Which goals are complete? Which stalled? And why? Sometimes a goal failed because it was too vague, too ambitious, or simply no longer important. That's okay. Let go of what doesn't fit and realign with what excites you now. Update timelines, revise strategies, and create space for new aspirations. This is your chance to reset without shame. 8. Assess relationships and communication health. The people you surround yourself with deeply influence your mood, mindset, and motivation. Reflect on your relationships over the past 6 months. Ask, who energizes me? Who drains me? Where do I feel most seen and supported? Also look at your communication habits. Have you been open, honest, and clear? Or are you avoiding difficult conversations or overextending to please others? Healthy relationships require boundaries and reciprocity. During this audit, you may realize it's time to nourish certain bonds, redefine others, or gently let some go. 9. Reflect on emotional patterns and mindset shifts. How have your dominant emotions and mindset shifted in the past 6 months? Have you been mostly anxious, grounded, hopeful, or reactive? Track emotional highs and lows alongside key events to identify recurring thought patterns. Ask what triggered these feelings. How did I respond? This step reveals whether you've been operating from fear, love, scarcity, or abundance. It also shows how you've grown emotionally. Maybe you now pause before reacting, or you become more self-compassionate. Journaling can help here. What internal narratives held you back? Which ones helped you thrive? Once you understand your patterns, you can disrupt them intentionally. 10. Create an action plan and accountability system. A self-audit is only valuable if it leads to change. Conclude the process by creating a clear, realistic action plan. Choose 2 to 3 key areas to focus on for the next 6 months. Don't overload yourself. For each area, define one habit, change, or project you'll commit to. Then, establish a system of accountability. This could be a habit tracker, monthly check-in, accountability buddy, or even calendar reminders. Also, write a 1-paragraph letter to your future self, summarizing what you've learned and what you intend to shift. All right, that's a wrap on your 6-month self-audit, because progress starts with pausing to reflect, not just pushing forward. Take a deep breath, review what's working, release what's not, and remember, clarity comes from looking inward with honesty and compassion. If this gave you a framework to reset or realign, give it a thumbs up and share one insight from your last self-check-in in the comments. And if you're here for more simple, powerful tools to grow with intention and direction, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss what's next. Catch you in the next one.